The developers of Fisch had confirmed that they are adding pets into the game. The Zeus rod, and not just the Zeus rod, tons of rods that you guys know and love are going to get nerfed in this next update. So if you guys want to know the secret info that we currently know about pets in the game, as well as all the rods that I am positive are either going to get nerfed or buffed in this next update, make sure to watch to the end and subscribe if this helps you guys. First things first, we're going to talk about pets. I'm going to actually bring you guys to the Discord to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, as you guys can see, I'm in the Discord, and Noah, one of the developers, put out a poll 2 days ago and asked, do you like the pet idea? And with overwhelming success, the pet idea actually got 63% of the votes. And here's what we actually know about pets. Basically, in this first message, he basically says that all they're gonna do is gather, throw bait in the water, and emote, which is cool, right? It's kind of just like the Rod of the Depths. Like, basically, the Rod of the Depths, sometimes it emotes, it dances, and it also does catch fish for you, which we were actually gonna get into on the second message that one of the admins said. The second one that Nate said. If you guys don't know Nate, he's basically the boss of Fisch. He actually created Fisch. And he said this, and this thing is one of the things that I'm sure will actually genuinely break the game. So me personally, I hope they don't do this. If you guys like it, I don't know, leave a comment. I personally don't like this. But he basically said this, they could have other uses too, like different pets have different traits and buffs. And he also said that our intention would be to make it as gameplay oriented as possible and give you guys a cute mid-game companion. Now, this is kind of where we get into the territory of Pet Simulator, which that game is completely dead. So I hope it doesn't destroy the game that bad, but genuinely, if we start getting stupid multipliers, like let's say there's a fish that gives you like an 8 times multiplier, I'm sorry, I will get actually angry, especially because of the fact, I know for a fact, right? No matter which way they add fish, if they do it just for like an in-game companion, or if they do it for money, we can all guarantee that they're going to make it pay to win. I know the Fisch devs, all right? I mean, brother, look at the shop right now. There is a boat going for 2,500 Robux. And we know in games like Pet Simulators, pets can go for up to 10,000 Robux that just have crazy stats. So if that's what Fisch turns into, I don't want to be a part of that. But yeah, okay, we can all hope that the pets thing doesn't happen, but that's basically all we know right now, all right? I mean, I would be fine with the pets as long as they don't have like the game boosts. Like if there's a fish that has like a huge money boost, that would actually make me kind of angry, to be completely honest with you, because so many people grind, and if they add a pay to win, but if they add a pay to win pet, I'm gonna be angry. All right, me personally, I'll be angry. I'm sure a lot of you guys would too, but let me know what you guys think about the pet idea in the comments. Guys, the next thing we're going to be talking about is something that has kind of been long awaited, or at least something I have already prepared for, and it is the Zeus Rod nerf. If you didn't know, the Zeus Rod is one of the best money-making rods in the entire game right now, because it's kind of a glitch, right? Because basically its special ability makes it so for the next 5 minutes, you catch 3.5x times value fish, like every single time. And it's super OP because it basically does that ability every time, meaning every fish you catch with this is almost always 3.5 times value, which is very OP and is what makes this the best money-making rod in the game right now. Besides the ethereal prism rod, which I actually really love this rod and hope it doesn't get nerfed, but we will talk more about that in the end of the video. But yeah, since the Zeus rod isn't a rod that costs 15 million, I'm 100% sure it is getting a nerf in the next update. And basically, I'm just going to go over really quickly what I think you guys should do to prepare for the Zeus rod nerf. If the Zeus rod is all you have right now, make sure for the next week, grind up to like 15 million credits and get the ethereal prism rod. I don't think this rod is 100% safe, but this rod is so good that even if it does get a nerf, it'll still be one of the best rods in the game and probably the best money-making rod. And if you don't want to save up for the ethereal prism rod, I would say another one you can get that is at a similar price range is the Kraken rod. But I wouldn't be too confident in this one because I am kind of confident they're going to actually nerf the Kraken rod as well. So don't put all your trust in the Kraken rod. Go for one of the classic rods like the No Life rod, the Rod of the Forgotten Fang, which I also think this one's going to get a nerf, but it's a little bit more safe than the other rods. And the last one I recommend for you guys to prepare with is the Seraphic rod. Yes, you have to be level 1000, but if you can grind to level 1000 in time, I would say get that. If not, the best one to get is the Ethereal Prism rod. But yeah, those are the rods that you should get if you want to prepare for the Zeus rod nerf, because I'm confident it is coming soon. Like very soon. I'm thinking in the next 2 weeks before the actual update drops. Like the rod's OP. So it's sad, but it is getting a nerf. All right. I'm just telling you guys right now that to warn you. Okay. But hey, let's go over some good news. I'm going to give you guys 2 rods that I think that you should get because they're probably going to get buffed in the next update. All right. The first one is one of the classic OG rods, the Trident rod. So the thing about the Trident rod is it is trash. Like, I used to love this rod, and yes, I mean, the lure speed is 20%, and it does have the piercing enchant already on it. I mean, this is basically where it originated. But the problem with it is it has 0 control, 0 resilience, and 6,000 max kg. I can't stress how absolutely horrible that is. But since this rod actually costs 150,000, which is triple the price of the Depth Seeker rod, and like way more expensive than the Champions rod, and both those rods are better than the Trident rod, I'm very hopeful that this is getting a buff. I mean, to be completely honest with you, I would love for the Trident rod to be good. I mean, it's a hard rod to get, and it's super expensive, so there's no reason for it to be this bad, which is why in the next update, I think the Trident rod is a good rod to invest in, and it will be getting a buff. The other rod that will be getting a buff is the King's rod, because once again, this one's okay, but the lure speed is just horrible. I'm semi-confident in this one, but I'm pretty sure this one will also get a buff, at least like hopefully they'll put the lure speed to 0. If the lure speed's 0, it makes the other stats okay, but yeah, I think the King's rod and Trident rods are just going to get a pretty decent buff, just because, I mean, they're OG rods. And to be completely honest with you, all the OGs of Fisch 100% deserve a buff on those rods. But yeah, anyways, lastly, I'm going to go over some good news as well as some update leaks. Basically, my predictions about the next update and next event. First things first, for good news, I'm like 90% sure. No, matter of fact, I'm 100% sure they're going to add a portal in the calm zone. And basically, if you guys didn't know, the calm zone is one of the last places you can go in the Mariana's Veil update. And it takes forever to actually get back up because there's no portal, meaning you can't just teleport back up. And the Fisch devs have talked about it, and a lot of people have been just complaining. So I'm pretty sure that's coming, which is good news. Last things last, we're going to be talking about this. This is the next event that's coming out March 29th. I know it seems far, but this is basically probably going to be when the huge update comes. The description says, "The Great Dreamer shall return." What do you guys think this means? Me personally, I think it's going to be another boss update just like the Scylla boss fight, and it's going to have something to do with the Magma Leviathan. Maybe it's going to be like a boss Magma Leviathan, like an ancient one. Probably not an ancient one. Hopefully something cooler than that. But in my personal opinion, I think the event is going to be like a huge magma volcano base. Something similar to Roslet Volcano, but like huge. And it's going to be a boss fight, kind of like the Veil of the Forsaken. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think the new update's gonna be. And yeah, just go ahead, prepare for those buffs, prepare for those nerfs, and prepare for pets, I guess. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe if this helped. But yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace!